Video of a series of 3 videos centered around Unit 7, Day 24, Lesson 12C, Completing the Square Visually. The focus question of this lesson is how can we use a visual to help us complete the square to solve quadratic equations? Right now, I'm going to focus on the last part of the lesson, explore where students are actually asked to create the representation for the expression that they did not find a match for. I'm going to show you this on the desk of this activity. So you're all the way at slide 17. You might pay students to work at this slide, and it asks them to create a representation for the unmatched equation. They may use algebra tiles, and ask yourself what are the chunks. And so here's the unmatched representation. Right here, x squared plus 8x plus 6. I'm going to show you how to do this on a set of algebra tiles, but you can use any algebra tiles you would like to use. Equals x plus 4 to the second power. Okay. So algebra tiles can be used to complete the square in many situations, so they're a great tool for students to use. So I'm going to show you actually using the tiles. So here's x squared, x squared, and then we have 8x, so I'm going to actually figure out how to put 8 of these on here. And we're building a square, so we want to keep it even. And so here we have our x tiles. On the right hand side you see the negatives. And then I'm going to show you plus 6. 1, 2. And you can allow students to complete this, because the nice thing about the actual physical tiles over just drawing it in the space is that it actually lines up. So you can very clearly see, oh, how many more of these do I need? And that's going to help me know what I'm subtracting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Minus 10. Now students can go ahead, and we see x squared, 8x, we have the square, and then we have the 6, and we're missing 4, 8, 10. And you can visualize and see the x plus 4 up here, and the x plus 4 down here. Now, when you have students given time in class to complete the representation, you can do a number of things. You can have them draw it out after they create it on an algebra tile mat if they use the tiles. You could have them screenshot this and just submit it on the Google Classroom assignment under where you posted this. And you could also just have them go into breakout rooms at this time and kind of share out, depending on how much time you have, share out their model with their peers. You may not have that time though, and you may be using this as a formative assessment of the lesson, and that way then you want to be able to collect the work. So if you're going to have them either, again, draw out what they made here in this space, or go ahead and screenshot it. And the nice thing though about having them draw it out is then they can actually show the connections using annotations. Where did they see the x plus 4? Where do they see the x squared, the 8x, and then where is that minus happening, that minus 10 happening? After they complete this and draw their own using either algebra tiles or whatever resources you choose to make available, students will then reflect on their learning and choose one of these prompts to answer. Again, another way for you to assess their thinking and learning. And then finally, they will summarize by saying, how can we use a visual to help us complete the square to solve some quadratic equations? And you're really looking for students to notice the connections. Where is that? The connections between the visual and the equations themselves.